Welcome, everybody, to the Advanced Selling Podcast, the longest-running sales training podcast in podcast history. My name is Bryan Neal. This 2-minute drill, powered by Blind Zebra Sales Operating System, BZSOS. If you want to learn more, you know the jingle. Sing it with me. BZSOS at blind-zebra.com. BZSOS at blind-zebra.com. We are filling certification classes for the fall as we speak. And you need to be in one. Your boss needs to be in one. Your leader needs to be in one to get certified to take these tools with you, especially heading into the fourth quarter. There's some tools in there that are just magic for the fourth quarter. Highly recommend that you do that. Another thing you need to know about, all of the people that run on BZSOS, in this case, there's going to be over 100 of them, are going to be here on October 30th for a meetup called Huddle. This is for sales leaders only. Sorry, salespeople. We're going to have one for you in 26. Sales leaders only. A magic time of sales leader collaboration to come through. The event's called Huddle. It's October 29th in the afternoon, evening. That's a little welcoming tailgate. And then all day on Thursday, October the 30th. Okay. Here's the fun part. Just hear those sleigh bells ringling, jingling too. It's Christmas in July. So if you are a sales leader and you listen to the Advanced Selling Podcast, you get discounted tickets. Information we'll put in the show notes. We'll post up here, but you'll use the little code that we give you, and you will get discounted tickets to come to Huddle. And if you are a sales leader and you want a big group of your people, a lot of them podcast listeners, they think the way you think. Big group therapy, big group hug, and a lot of really good ideas and connections to be made. You need to be at Huddle 2025, October 29th in the evening, October 30th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay. Discount code for podcast listeners to be put in the show notes, and also anywhere we post this, we'll be sure to put that code in there so you get discounted tickets, because just hear that it's Christmas in July. Who's with me? Come on, Christmas in July. Just hear those sleigh, but God, it's bad. I'm going to tell me not to sing. You guys tell me not to sing. I know better. I'm not a good singer. So that's that. Okay. Christmas in July. Huddle, I told you about. BZSOS at blind-zebra.com. Told you about that. All right, let's go. Playbook time. We talked a little bit about here's the case for playbooks last time. Today, I'm going to drill down a little bit and talk about what's in a good playbook. What should be in there? Okay. We have for the Blind Zebra Sales Operating System, a really, really thorough playbook. Very thorough. Okay. Yours doesn't have to be that thorough, or you could just use ours, just saying. Anyway, but it is in paper form. And I swore when I left Procter & Gamble, we used to go to training at P&G. We had a lot of acronyms. Do you have a lot of acronyms in your business? I'm sure you do. Most people do. You're like, yeah, I do. We had one when we went to training at P&G, and it was called an AFTRB. And you left every training session with an AFTRB. And what AFTRB stands for, and I'll clean it up so we don't get an explicit rating. AFTRB stands for another freaking 3-ring binder. Another freaking 3-ring binder. And you'd take it home with you, and you'd plop it up on your shelf with all the other AFTRBs that you never even looked at. And that was that. So when I started working with Bill in 1997, I'm like, I'm not doing materials. I'm gonna let people take notes. They're big kids. I'll write it up on the whiteboard. They take their notes. They apply. It's plenty. Well, full circle. Here we go. You can't, if you're driving, you can't see this. I'm literally holding up my AFTRB. That's the Master Operating Manual for BZSOS. This is the playbook. It's really thorough. It needs to be in a physical form. Let's talk about what's in it. Okay. First thing to think about in a good playbook is the structure of the tabs or the steps and things. We like to recommend that every good playbook starts with some sort of foundational philosophy thing. So if you've been listening to the podcast for any longer than 10 minutes, you know that Bill and I believe in 3 really important things: abundance and detachment and intention. We believe in the abundance of the world, the market around us, and the universe. We believe in having really, really healthy detachment from outcomes, both good and bad. And we believe in carrying good intention with us always. There's a little foundational thing for you right now. You can add your own. In the BZSOS, we have 10 of those, and they're codified. I hate that word because I always want to say codified. Am I the only one that wants to say codified. And is it codified? This is where I need Bill. He's my master of vocabulary, and I am not. Anyway, codified, tomato, your deal. It's written down. You have laptop stickers. One of our clients that just got certified in our system, she's a VP of a really, really big company everybody's heard of. She printed out a poster of the BZSOS guiding principles and put it behind her desk. That's what I'm talking about. So good playbook always has some foundational element of guiding principles or philosophies or core values or something that's written down in ink. Okay, paper, you can see it. First thing.
The Advanced Selling Podcast 2-Minute Drill is powered by the Blind Zebra Sales Operating System, a curated collection of field-proven tools that make selling simple to solve your biggest sales problems and drive immediate results. Stop chasing prospects, stop being ghosted, and get stalled deals moving again. Learn more at blind-zebra.com.
Next, a good operating system must include a planning element. Okay. Now this could be a combination of any of the following. It could be a business plan template. Bill and I are very, very big on personal business planning. Bill does a personal business planning session with you listeners almost every year in December. I hope he does that again. I'm recording this in the spring, summer of 2025, and hopefully he's done that again. All BZSOS clients have a personalized business plan that they use. As part of the system. So it needs to have some planning element, and there's also call planning. So this has to do, those of you who are in the outside sales world and you're driving around, literally efficient trip planning. And also if you're going to land in cities, you're looking at connectors and you're using those sorts of things to plan days. We would always recommend that any planning productivity element of a good playbook looks out ahead past the day. So this means we're looking at weeks, months, quarters for planning, not just what's in front of us. That's his second element. A really good playbook is a planning section. Okay. Third, then every good playbook should have a process to it. Okay. We at Blind Zebra run on a system called EOS. That stands for the Entrepreneurial Operating System. It's a cross-functional operating system for a fast-growing company, which we are, and we're really proud about. And it helps us manage the chaos. Without that system, we would crumble like a house of cards. It would be bad. With the system, we have structure in place so that we ever hit a headwind or whatever, we have a very defined process, a very defined meeting cadence that we hit that makes sure we are never letting things slip through cracks. Okay. It's really, really, really good. Your playbook must have some process in it. The process can be both internal, meaning here's what we do when we get a new deal. Here's how I log an opportunity in Salesforce step by step. Here's how I clean up my Salesforce or my CRM or my HubSpot step by step. It can also then include a process between you and your buyer. This is my favorite part. In the EOS world, this is one of their tools. It's called Proven Process, and it's documented, written down, one-paged, and it's awesome. And it helped sell us. We saw it with our coach, and he showed it to us, and here we are 4 years later. And we created one for Blind Zebra. You should have one that's a one-page, documented with pictures and steps, and we added a Blind Zebra timeline to that too. So every good playbook should have processes in it that would include internal processes and external processes. Okay. Then the next thing that every good playbook should have is, and I get this from my pilot days. I used to fly airplanes. I got my pilot's license in the late 90s. And I jokingly say one of the things that getting your pilot's license does is it teaches you how to keep your cool right before you die. Which is kind of weird to think about. Like, I'm going to keep my chill. I'm just going to work the process right before we nosedive into the ground at 300 miles an hour. Hopefully that doesn't happen. To prevent that from happening, we have checklists. So every good playbook, we believe, should have a cluster muck. Trying to be nice here, keep our non-explicit rating going. It should have, what's our plan if things go wrong? Okay. This could include, what if I get ghosted? What if a new person comes into the buying mix? What if we get delayed for an unforeseen circumstance? What if the CFO gives us price resistance at the last minute? anything that's a scenario-based playbook or scenario-based element that has scenarios that come up, you need to have a plan to handle those. When I referee on my Sunday job, we have a plan. If one of our on-field officials gets hurt, we have a plan for that. It's a whole book. It's like 46 pages. If one person gets hurt, it almost never, ever, ever happens. And if it does, we literally have a 46-page document that the moment that happens, we know exactly what to do. We know what to do if the technology goes down on a replay system instantly. We have backup plans for everything. Okay, those are contingency plans. Every good playbook should have a set of contingency plans. The last thing I'll tell you that should be a component of a good playbook is it needs to have some element of an accountability mechanism to it. So mechanism to us means that you assign either people to be together with agenda and or dates and times where there are accountability meetings being held regularly. We have, as part of running our company, we have a 90 minutes every week accountability session, 90 minutes a week. Okay. Everybody's like, I'm too busy for 90 minutes a week. Nobody wants to have a busy contest with us. Everybody's busy. We get that. It's that important that we don't let anything slip through the cracks. It's the accountability to make sure we do what we say we're going to do. Our coach always says our job is to get our to-dos to done. Our system that we use some software to keep track. It keeps score of that, of what percentage of our to-dos to done do we get to-dos to done. Thank you, Justin Moss. You can quote him on that one. Okay. So it needs to have some element of accountability. All right. So those are the core components we'd recommend. If you're building your own process, you can put all that into ChatGPT. If you're writing it out, you could foot that up against yours and say, hey, does my playbook, I said process. Does my playbook have all these elements in it? That should be a thing that you should ask. Okay. If you want to learn how to get certified, Blind Zebra Sales Operating System, you know what to do. Just email BZSOS@blind-zebra.com. That's for leaders. Leaders only. And leaders, come to Huddle. You'll get a discount code to come to Huddle, Christmas in July code, because you know how much BZ and Beanie love Christmas. That's it. I will see you next time on the Advanced Selling Podcast. Bye.